Today we'll be discussing the concept of feedback in motor learning. To help explain our discussion, we'll be using basketball skills, specifically the jump shot. The definition of feedback is sensory information that results from movement. The type of feedback we will be referring to today is augmented feedback, which is information provided about the action that is supplemental to or that augments the inherent feedback. It is also known as extrinsic feedback. Two dimensions under augmented feedback that we'll be looking at include knowledge of results and knowledge of performance. Knowledge of results refers to post-movement information about the outcome of the movement in terms of the environmental goal. In other words, how successfully was the skill performed? To demonstrate knowledge of results, we will have an individual shoot a jump shot. You missed your shot. By telling the individual this, the instructor or coach is demonstrating knowledge of results. To demonstrate a second example of knowledge of results, the shooter will shoot 5 jump shots, and the coach or instructor would give the shooter his score based on how many baskets he made. Okay, so you made 2 out of 5 shots. Knowledge of results benefits include confirms a learner's own assessment of the task intrinsic feedback. When learners cannot determine the outcome of performing a skill on the basis of the available task intrinsic feedback. And motivation to continue practicing. Knowledge of performance provides post-movement information about the movement itself. To demonstrate knowledge of performance, the shooter will be asked to shoot another jump shot. The coach or instructor will then provide the shooter with feedback specifically about a movement characteristic. Alright, you missed the shot because you had both feet together instead of in a good athletic stance. You also didn't bend your knees enough, therefore you didn't generate enough power when shooting the shot, and that's why the ball missed the rim. Another way that can help a learner have knowledge of performance presented to them is by viewing video feedback using an iPad. Here you can see the performer watching himself on the video performing his jump shot. As he watches his jump shot, a coach or instructor should provide him with error-correcting information that will help strengthen learning than just watching the video alone. Alright, so one of the things that you're doing wrong that caused you to miss the shot was, see, during the execution phase you're not flicking the wrist. See right there, it's not fully in flexion, so you want that wrist to flick. Also, during the follow-through phase, you should have your wrist pointing towards the rim. Instead, it's going onto the outside like that. So just make a couple of corrections. Make sure that you have that wrist facing the rim, and also make sure you flick that wrist. That way that ball can have a perfect backspin. Got it?
Yep.
Knowledge of performance benefits include when skills must be performed according to specific movement characteristics, when specific movement components of a skill that requires complex coordination must be improved or corrected, when the goal of the action is a kinematic, kinetic, or specific muscle activity, and when knowledge of results is redundant in the task intrinsic feedback.